So next we have Indievinos, Karen McKercher. Many of you know Karen. She's been around the community for quite a while, but she's made some great progress with Indievinos, and here to tell you about it today.
Hi, as Jim said and the name tag confirms, I'm Karen McKercher. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Indievinos. We are revolutionizing the direct-to-consumer wine market with our Shazam-like mobile app. So remember back in the day when you'd hear a song on the radio and you'd write that song down, and then you hope that the next time you got to the record store, you'd actually remember the song and could buy it? That is a classic example of the point of discovery and the sales opportunity not syncing up. And we sort of laugh about that model today, don't we? Because, wrong button, because apps like Shazam enable people to discover and buy wine almost instantaneously. As archaic and as inefficient as that model seems today, it remains prevalent in the wine industry. And nowhere is that inefficiency more obvious than at wine tasting festivals, where despite the fact that the wine enthusiasts and the wineries are face-to-face, these events rarely result in as much as an email address, let alone an actual sale. But these events are not the only place where the point of discovery and the sales opportunity don't sync up. It happens in restaurants, it happens in our friend's home, it happens essentially anywhere outside of the winery's own tasting room. That gross inefficiency is exactly why Indievinos has created the Shazam-like mobile app for the wine industry. The Indievinos mobile app provides wineries with a sales platform that enables them to sell their wine at the precise moment the enthusiast first falls in love with it. So just like music lovers, wine lovers can now say, I like it, I want it, I bought it. Now, I'm willing to bet that you're asking yourselves, where's the magic? Because you're right, we don't exactly encourage you to pour wine on your mobile device. So here's how it works. Let's say you're in a restaurant and you're tasting the Seven Bridges Malbec. You search for and find it in the app, you give it some stars, you take some notes, and you track how you enjoyed that particular wine. Now, I want you to pay some attention to the text note, because we're going to see how that note tracks throughout the app. What happens if the wine you're tasting at the restaurant isn't in the app? No problem. You simply take a photo of the label. We'll recognize it for you, and we'll find that wine. So we think the app's pretty cool, but how big is the market? Well, in the United States, direct-to-consumer wine sales account for 44% of the $28 billion market. But direct-to-consumer wine sales are growing at twice that of retail sales, and they're expected to actually surpass retail sales in 2017. Before we invested a lot of money in development, we wanted to ask ourselves, what would happen if we were able to sync the point of discovery with the sales opportunity? So we used an event that's produced by the Oregon Wine Board, and where one of our 80 winery partners sold 7 bottles of wine using a Square mobile credit card processor. And at our test event, we enabled each attendee to indicate the wines that they liked, and then to order those wines at the same time and place. The result? At our test event, which was 1/10 the size, Seven Bridges sold 5 times the amount of wine. And in fact, more than 90% of the attendees purchased wine with an average order of $250. But when Seven Bridges sold their wine with their mobile credit card processor at the Oregon Wine Board event, they learned absolutely nothing about the customer. With the Indievinos mobile app, not only will the winery know who bought their wine, they'll know who tasted their wine. And that's because if you remember the text notes that we took, those post to our social stream. And when they post to our social stream, the wineries get real-time notification of that post, providing them with an opportunity for continued engagement. It's also an opportunity to provide enthusiasts information about events that are happening in the tasting room, special offers, and new releases. So the app is sticky. Not only does it contain all the data that the wine enthusiast is capturing about their tasting experience, it includes opportunities for discovering wine over and over and over again. There are a couple competitors in the market. There are a couple small competitors who are selling wine via a mobile app, but Indievinos is the only solution that enables wineries to directly connect with the 46 million wine enthusiasts and provides them with the tools to sell and grow their direct-to-consumer sales. So much for rehearsal. So how do we make money? We charge 15% transaction fee on all sales that pass through the app. And because there are no out-of-pocket costs to the wineries, there's nothing but upside for working with us. And as a result, wineries are quite responsive to simple email campaigns. Reaching the enthusiast is a little bit more challenging, but we have some strong strategies for doing that. First off, we harness social media. So there's that tasting note again, posted to Facebook. If there's anything wine enthusiasts like to do, it is to share their discoveries with other enthusiasts. Secondly, we talked about how frustrating the events are for wineries, but they're equally frustrating for enthusiasts. Our event view, replaces these virtually useless printed programs with superior information about the wineries that are pouring and the wines that are being poured. And it enables enthusiasts an easy way to track what they tasted and why they liked it. So why are we the team to pull this off? I started this business for two reasons. First, I'm one of those 46 million rabid wine enthusiasts. I cannot wait to get up to the wine bar. Secondly, I own a small interest in one of the local wineries, and I've learned firsthand the difficulty associated with finding consumers and selling to them. My co-founder and CTO, Brian Batchelder, is the geeky side of this equation. He's been coding since he was 12 years old. He's older than me, so that was a long time. He's also one of the first 5,000 iPhone developers, and he is single-handedly responsible for developing our app. In the year that Brian and I have spent together, and with the $140,000 that we've raised so far, we've had some considerable traction. We have 80 wineries signed up to work with us, demonstrating a need for our solution. We are releasing the app next week to the general public, and it will debut next Sunday at a local tasting event. Should also say that there's another tasting event that we're actually sponsoring on the 22nd. We invite you all to come out to taste with us. There's information on the tasting bar if you're interested in joining us. We'd love to have you. With your help, we could do more. We're raising a $600,000 equity round, which we will use for additional development and sales and marketing. Thank you. We'd love to chat further about how you can help revolutionize direct-to-consumer wine sales with our Shazam-like mobile app. We're going to be upstairs near the wine bar, where the lovely Jillian Finner is pouring wine from two of our winery partners, and we'd love to chat more. Thank you.
Great job, Karen.